By the way, going back towards this Ashe pick that Shubin found such good success on in the early game, and did help out Xiaopeng out quite a bit in trying to match Ning's early jungle pressure.
Look at that instant lock-in on the side of IG. They know what they want. The Shy is giggling away on your screen. They've got the Kai'Sa for Puff. They've got the Nautilus for Southwind. And we could well see this Braum coming again, once again from Yui.
So there is the potential here that we see a very similar draft to game number 1. It was the Braum here into the Lee Sin pick for Xiaopeng. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar, and then we'll need to see a change-up coming through from IG, because if they're just going to go for this super heavy dive comp, it didn't quite work out last time, and there is the potential here for DMO to go and do something similar.
Twyla's a bit of a weird mid laner. He is going to hover the ASOL, but I don't think that any kind of... I mean, if you're going to play a weird pick like ASOL, you probably don't just blind pick it, right? He's just going to be scrolling through. I'm not going to talk about it until he locks something in. But I think that the jungle pick is a little bit more of a reasonable lock-in this early on in the draft.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to go for it here. This is the exact same draft we saw from DMO in game 1, and I do like it. And here we go. Okay, so Ning didn't opt in for the Rek'Sai last time. Now going for it and wants to say, look, anything you can do, I can do better. I'm going to take over the jungle matchup this time.
I was going to say it, but I didn't even have a chance, because the speed at which IG are drafting here, instantly after the Ashe is locked in, they go for the Kai'Sa and the Nautilus. Instantly after the Lee Sin is locked in, the Rek'Sai comes through.
And now we get to see what these bans are going to be. So still burning towards Twyla's pocket pick Zilean being banned away. And then we'll start to see IG, or DMO, I imagine, still going towards Rookie, still banning the way the likes of, well, the Syndra's already gone, LeBlanc's gone, Twisted Fate off the board. And we'll have to see what they decide to follow up with. The Galio was locked in last time for Rookie, but I don't think that'll be a big issue for DMO with that comp that they've drafted, at least so far.
You wouldn't expect it to be too much of an issue for them, but we'll have to wait and see. Mid laner bans on either side of the board with the Zilean and Twisted Fate, and I'd expect these to continue. Obviously, Syndra and LeBlanc already taken out. And now removing this Galio from the mid lane as well, so we're kind of running out of these supportive picks for Twyla.
Yeah, curious to see what he will end up going for. I mean, we've seen a lot coming out from him so far. I mean, the Corki is still an option, although I know he didn't have the best games last time, but we also saw the Azir from Twyla, and this is kind of started to become a pick I'm eyeing up for Twyla a lot more in the Azir, because
you can just lock in the Azir here for IG. So again, that one's taken as well, and then you start to look. I mean, there's the Cassiopeia, Silas maybe. These are the other picks he's locked in.
So there is an Echo that started to come up as a pick into Azir a little bit more, but I feel like when you're Twyla, he hasn't played a huge amount of variance in his
It's not exactly the style you think of when you think of Twyla,
exactly.
Right?
So we will actually see the Cassiopeia, well, crunchables, I suppose, crunching those numbers.
That's my little brother, not me. He's an Aatrox one trick.
Oh, okay. But either way, the Cassiopeia will be locked in here, and now we're looking to see what they're going to pair this with. So you've got super strong disengage here when you look at DMO side between the Braum and that Cassiopeia, so still filling a similar role to that we saw from DMO in game number 1. And now with the Volibear locked in, you've got decent engage. So I like what DMO are going for here. They can still play this engage style with the Ashe ults and with that Volibear, but at least giving themselves a moment of respite if they need to between the Braum and the Cassiopeia.
Oh, go on, the Shy. Lock it in. You know you want to. I know you want to. They're not going to do it. They're going to go for the Gnar in the end. So we're going to see the same matchup in the top lane as we did last time around. It looked pretty great for the Shy once he had a few levels, but we have to acknowledge that there was quite a few chances there for Chalitza to try and find himself a solo kill. You can kind of expect Ning to babysit a little bit in that top lane once more.
You'd imagine so, especially in that mid lane matchup. You can try and get in onto the Cassiopeia to deal some decent damage though as well. So I imagine it's going to be IG's Ning playing mostly towards that top half of the map, not only towards the Shy, but towards Rookie as well. See if he can set up both of them for success, similar to game number 2. And then just allowing Puff a little bit of time to scale. You're looking at IG with the Azir and that Kai'Sa having that scaling capability on their squad, but especially around that 25 to 30 minute marks, they are going to be super, super strong.
We'll see how they're going to be able to get to that 20-30 minute mark, because these two games in the series have been decided a little bit earlier than that one. We've had early game brawls both games so far, and I'm expecting that to continue when we've got the Rek'Sai Lee Sin matchup once again. It's Rek'Sai for Ning this time around, as he wants to reverse the matchup and win it for both sides against Xiaopeng. This was our featured head-to-head as we head into the series today. So far, we've got a game apiece between our junglers.
We'll have to see who is going to come out swinging in the early game this time around. Both the Lee Sin and the Rek'Sai, obviously notorious for how strong they can be. Rek'Sai having that early game advantage, especially pre-level 6. So I want to see now if Ning can have the same impact he did in that last game, and if he can continue to just keep Xiaopeng in check, because DMO are really struggling without their jungler finding success in the Rift.
One thing that's worth mentioning when we talk about those junglers once again is that now there's an Ashe for Shubin once more. One of the big strengths that we saw for Xiaopeng was that he always knew where Ning was because of these great hawk shots coming out from Shubin. So keep your eyes on the AD carries as well. But as we head into game number 3, IG once again bringing out their 3rd support in their roster. Rehill's played, Baolan has played. Now we get Southwind back onto the team once more.
Yeah, so this is basically where you get to see exactly how IG are going to play with each other's support. So this is your one game, basically.
Yeah, it feels like we get live tryouts here in the LPL for IG.
Now, though, we're looking at DMO, who've definitely got a nice mid-game composition where you can have Twilight work off 2 items. Same with Shubin, who only really needs that one Blade of the Rune King and a little bit of that Ruin's Hurricane to get himself rolling. So DMO will spike a little bit earlier, but the big question mark for me here is how do we see Puff trying to enable himself in these team fights? You're playing up against a lot of slows, a lot of CC, and you don't have exactly a huge amount of these dive buddies you can work with as well. And up against the Cassiopeia, it sucks as a Kai'Sa. So it's going to be the work cut out for Puff in this game to have a big impact.
But also the work cut out for Twyla, right? Because if he does go into that backline, Twyla has to be able to hit that ulti. He has to be able to punish Puff for that kind of aggressive play. But I'm not really looking towards the late game when I'm thinking of Twyla right now. I'm looking towards the lane matchup because Corki versus Zia is meant to be neutral. It was not neutral last game. Cassiopeia as well doesn't really want to be fighting early, wants to be scaling up. It's just whether or not Rookie's going to let it.
Both junglers are going to start on this bottom side, though. So we're seeing that path where they're both tending towards the top side. And we talked about already how Ning does want to get into both mid and that top side. So I imagine Xiaopeng is going to be trying again to keep tracks on where Ning is so we can be that counter play.
Going to be trying to keep tracks on the junglers. That's definitely a matchup to watch out for. But as we hit level 2 for both of our bot lanes here, I've been impressed by Shubin a little bit in the lane, managing to get some harass out. But Puff is returning it every single time he goes for that auto attack. So relatively even so far, and there's the first hawk shot of the game. Just going to be going over towards that jungler to make sure that they have trackers on Ning at all times.
And they will know exactly what he's doing. You've seen him now moving back over towards the Raptors to be trying to clear this out before he goes into River to look for that Scuttle Crab. Xiaopeng will be matching here, and with the Shy very far underneath his tower, might be the opportunity for, or under Chalitza's tower, might be the opportunity for some play from Xiaopeng. But he's backing away.
I like that little thing we saw there as well. Making sure that he pulls the Grom up, clearing it as close to the lane as he can, just in case the Shy tries something crazy, just in case Ning went straight from his red buff and was just baiting and goes for some kind of play. It's just good positioning out of Xiaopeng, but it's going to be Ning the one that's able to grab himself the Scuttle Crab.
Curious to see how Xiaopeng does try to move into this bottom side. Because he decided to clear Wolves, there is the opportunity here for Ning to just go straight from that Scuttle into the bottom side, especially with Rookie having control of mid. But it looks like instead he's trying to see if he can spot out where Xiaopeng is on this top side of potential.
No.
Oh, Twyla is so low again.
No, Twyla, not again. Not like this. Rookie, he's going to step forwards. Rookie's happy to go for this.
He does have flash and heal, though, so this is a little bit more dangerous.
Let's see him pull this one off. Flashes away. Ning's tanking the tower. A couple of hits would finish Ning off, and he's able to trade 1-for-1 here.
And that's what we were talking about, the flash and the heal, proving it way too much for Ning. He will drop and slow down that speed at which Ning will be able to control these early game. So Xiaopeng now.
Oh, can he stop the recall? He can. Gets onto Rookie.
No
Rookie's
mana.
got no mana here. Flash available, but Xiaopeng, if he can get the correct Q, can make things happen right now. He's going to look for the Sonic Wave. Finds it onto Rookie, and Xiaopeng solo kills the mid laner of IG.
Well played from Xiaopeng, reading Rookie's intentions, and greedy from Invictus Gaming's mid lane, not to just burn the flash, get the hell out of there. And it means that now DMO are up 2 kills.
And Rookie getting red here. And that has been the story of this series from Xiaopeng being able to read the opponent. We didn't quite get to see that in game number 2. But this time around, it's not going to be one-sided in the same way.
And the big thing here is that Rookie had to burn his teleport as well because of all that going on. So he's not going to be able to try and trade aggressively against Twile and still have that teleport to have that little bit of safety in his back pocket. So that's a big play from Xiaopeng to mess with IG's intentions.
Speaking of intentions, Ning moving towards that bottom side, intent on trying to get Puff ahead. I don't think that's quite going to happen. Dragons just spawned on the map, and so Ning is going to start that one off for himself. Drops a control ward, so he knows he's completely alone. Is going to be safe for this one.
I think he was spotted, though, on that ward there when he came in, so maybe DMO are aware of this?
I mean, even if they're aware of it, they're certainly not contesting right now. Puff's moved up. This will be taken. Oh, Ning is low, though. Xiaopeng can try and make something happen here. Yui moving forwards as well. Ning doesn't have a flash available right now. Exhaust onto Puff. That's going to be his cleanse use. He's going to have to flash as well for this one. Sonic Wave. Can't quite go through. Puff gets away, but it's another couple of summoners.
And now you can look at a very quick push coming in from Shubin to deny a bunch of the CS there as well. So again, Xiaopeng, it's supposed to be the Lee Sin who's winning out in this matchup, but it's supposed to be the Rek'Sai winning out, but Lee Sin's doing work in both games now.
Yeah, 2 games in a row here. Xiaopeng stood on a ward. And Rookie obviously has that flash available, so this is always going to be a very difficult gank. He's just going to be there to help Twyla finish that wave off and get his mid laner a little bit of safety.
Yeah, Twyla is struggling. We're going to get a replay here of the all-in from Rookie. Wasn't quite able to finish off the Cassiopeia. Was able to move out towards that top side, but geez, Twyla is not having a fun time.
And I mean, let's just give context here. Twyla is not a player that we know for just insane lane dominance, right? That is what we know Rookie for. Rookie is the guy that's going to beat you in mid lane. He is the guy that is going to body you in mid lane. The only player that really can contest for that title is probably Knight right now. So ultimately, you do expect these matchups to go the way of Rookie. Even if the matchup itself isn't necessarily favored, it's always Rookie favored. We could have a bit of trouble in the top lane here. The Shy, though, gnaws him out of there and just wanders away.
Yeah, we'll burn the flash to escape, but still able to get away from there. Looking at this bottom lane as well, because do have that 8-minute mark quickly approaching, and it looks like Puff and Setwind have set up a slow push in this bottom lane, so a nice big wave collapsing in on this tower. So there is the opportunity here for Southwind to start getting out and roaming again as Shubin is forced to clear out this wave.
I like the roaming we've seen out of Yui so far in this series. He has been quite cognizant of being able to move around the map, try and get some vision, try and protect the rest of his team. Ning has spotted out Chalitza moving down here. Oh no, Chalitza is going to step forward. Rookie's going to be closing in as well. This was not worth it for Honeyfruit. Rookie comes in but misses the ulti. Not what you usually expect from Rookie's Azir.
And they've now kind of put themselves in no man's land when it comes to that Rift Herald play. There's no ult coming through for Rookie. You still have Chalitza who doesn't have his own. Oh, Shubin. Where's that
Hang on.
Oh!
We've got a play onto Puff. He's got no cleanse. He's got nothing. And Xiaopeng finishes him off for the kill.
I don't know what Puff was doing there. I don't know where IG are trying to commit their members right now, but with Puff down, DMO can turn towards this Rift Herald.
Yeah, no contest available really for IG. Shy will be able to find himself a turret play at very least, but realistically, that ain't a trade that you want to take. Ning is here and wants to do something. Bear in mind, Puff is on the way. Death time is very low.
Death time is very low, but Puff won't be here before this goes down, unless IG wants to just start a fight now.
We could see them do exactly that. Herald continue to be taken here by Xiaopeng. They've got to get the smite, but Puff has arrived on this one. The Shy distracting in the back line onto Chalitza, but it's Southwind pushed away. The damage on Ashe. Southwind goes in, but he's low himself, flashes out to safety. They're onto the Herald, and it's Puff the one that gets it. Ning now with a Sonic Wave onto him. Has to be careful not to go too far. In they go with the jungler. Xiaopeng kicks him away, though, and keeps him safe. Ning barely gets away, tunnels over the wall, and somehow survives on this one. Now, the chase down from IG, because everyone from DMO is low. Flash is starting to be used, but that should have gone over the wall, honestly. And now the Shy wants to get the big Gnar off, wants to wallop him into the wall, but won't quite find his targets.
That was so messy from DMO. Disjointed all over the place. Chalitza not being able to provide that front line that they're really looking for right now meant that it was Xiaopeng who had to go in deep, and he's the one that falls, kicking Ning to safety. IG pick up the Rift Herald, they pick up the fight, and when we were just praising DMO, they're 5k behind, 1,000 gold behind even.
What a way to do it from IG, able to contest this one. This should have been a free Herald.
And it shouldn't have been Xiaopeng getting hooked here. They needed to make the call as to what they were going to do. Are we going for this big engage? Right, make it sooner rather than later. And good flash there from Ning to bait Xiaopeng in that little bit too deep. But it all goes disastrously here. Everyone tunneling onto Ning puts them into a terrible situation. And as well gives the Shy a moment of opportunity to sneak into that back and pick up the Rift Herald.
Chalitza is going to try and deny that Herald. It's not going to happen, though, and instead he's going to move on towards the Shy. Flash not available, but Sonic Wave misses, so that's not going to matter.
You've committed towards this top side now, though, so Ning can turn towards the Dragon straight off the bat, especially with Puff and Setwind having the push on that side. So, again, just a few more objectives going over towards IG. I want to wait and see, though. Because DMO, we said already, look, you're waiting for Shubin to get some items, Twilight to finish off some of his own as well. So there's still time where DMO are going to be stronger just compositionally. But giving over these early kills is not going to help them by any sorts.
And let's just bear in mind, like, DMO are nowhere near as far behind as they were in game number 2 here. This is still very much competitive. The Dragon has been contested, so DMO not just going to lose that one out completely. Xiaopeng was able to make it down to the bottom side of the map quickly enough to be there to contest. Look at this bullying out from the Shy. Not quite able to finish the plate, but there's nothing Chalitza can do to contest.
Yeah. I mean, he wants this turret, and he's going to get it. Oh, stop in the back again. This is heartbreaking for Chalitza. That turret's gone. IG are going to take this fight as well.
Hang on.
Well, I'm waiting to see what happens, because honestly, they're just backing off for the Shy to get this turret. He'll be able to go back. It's trying to wait for those teleports to be...
Yeah, the Shy's teleport wasn't available just there. It's only just come off the cooldown, whereas Chalitza was in the base with his teleport available.
The thing is, though, the Shy has already used his ultimate. I know Chalitza's isn't up and available, but Mini Gnar isn't anywhere near as impactful as Mega Gnar in these fights, and Setwind isn't tanky enough to be that frontliner that you need. So instead, trying to prioritize pressure on the Shy top lane, we doesn't even get the turret. So DMO, they do pick up the Dragon for essentially free, although I don't want to say free because Chalitza takes a lot of punishment in the top lane.
Yeah, and this Shy has found himself 4 plates that he's got all of the gold solo for, so he's feeling good. Rookie does manage to push Xiaopeng away, dashes out, and there's no follow on the Sonic Wave. It's going to cost him his flash, but Xiaopeng flash too.
So they won't be able to get much from it. Rookie just about managing to avoid the pressure there. But look, the solo laners from IG are doing the work for them right now. Rookie's got that big CS advantage. He's also got those 2 assists. The Shy now just taking that top lane turret as well. He's going to go towards that Blade of the Rune King build that we saw in the last game too. So the split push becomes really difficult for DMO to deal with. So unless they're able to find these aggressive plays...
Oh, speaking of aggressive plays, grounded is Rookie, and that might just be enough damage with the Twin Fang that follows him home.
Look where Shubin's positioned. That was the long-range Ashe ult to hit in the mid lane. So well played by Shubin to successfully manage to land that. That is not an easy feat.
Beautifully done here by Shubin. And we were complimenting his Ashe in game number 1 of the series, right? We were saying, look, these guys look great on specifically Aphelios.
Yeah.
Now we get to see him, you know, flexing his wings just a little bit. This Ashe looking fantastic for him, especially later on in the game. But let's just
get your
take a moment here.
Get your T-Tours in the chat. Here we go. I mean, Rookie, you probably shouldn't have been back in there, buddy. But even then, DMO do a good job here to pick up everything. So Twilight getting some much-needed gold into this Cassiopeia. Still going for the build I'm not a fan of, that GLP. It plays so strange into the Cassiopeia, the way you want to play her, because you're constantly trying to churn out these Twin Fangs, and the animation for it just works a little bit wonky with your kit, but it will help in trying to keep Ning back. It will disrupt Puff to a certain extent, but I'm just not the biggest fan of this build.
And the thing is, Twyla does these things, right? We know Twyla is a player that is not really that bothered about the meta. He's not really bothered about what the normal builds are. He's kind of his own player. Chalitza is dealing with a player that is all his own as well, because the Shy is just kicking him all the way out of top lane.
I mean, this is what happened against LGD, right? Where the Shy was on the Queen and just able to split push against them all the time.
Look at that, Dagda.
Yeah, and he did pretty much that as well, where he got 800 gold from those turret plates. The problem was, though, that the rest of IG weren't able to solidify themselves and make sure that they weren't losing too heavily. So DMO, if they continue to make these picks with Shubin, can try and shut down the Shy before it becomes too big to handle or takes too much of these turrets. So it needs to be DMO consistently making these plays as quickly as possible to deny the Shy.
It might be too late here because the Shy is already pretty monstrous. He's going to turn mini Gnar though, so maybe the perfect opportunity. Flashes away from the players. Xiaopeng is arriving, trying to get a stun down, but the Shy is still getting away, and the Sonic Wave goes wide. Now they're going to be on the chase down as Yui finds himself alone, is not going to be able to get over to his team. Twyla there to try and save the support, but might just sacrifice himself for it. Rookie's looking for the play, gets one kill for himself, and will go over the wall. No, isn't going to commit to this one. Xiaopeng kicks someone away, but I don't know if that was worth your life, mate.
Oh, it is not looking good for DMO. IG now can turn towards Rift Herald. Shubin's still stuck in this bottom side, so looking to trade the tower, but everyone on DMO getting caught out on that play.
Oh dear. Now on towards the Rift Herald once more, and so much committed to try and deal with the Shy. I don't know if it's going to work.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know, man. Twyla, it's just not working out. It's not me, it's you. You know? I don't think we should be together anymore.
No, I mean, look, the DMO fan club is starting to fall apart, especially the, like, I'm not going to say it's a hype train, it's more probably like a push car of hype for Twyla, but it was starting to get rolling. It was starting to get some, you know, some nice stickers on the side, the little ones that make it look like it's moving real quick, but unfortunately, Twyla, your wheels are starting to fall off pretty quickly.
It's been a little bit rough for Twyla in this series, and granted, he has been against Rookie, but that play in the top lane was nothing to do with Rookie. That was just a bit of a fumble there, and also a great read from the Shy, right? Being able to dodge away from the Cassiopeia ult. But at the end of the day, not able to shut the Shy down, not able to find the fight that he was looking for.
And it's only going to get worse from here, right? The Shy is going to go towards that Black Cleaver now, so he's going to get that speed up coming through from the Phage. So chasing down Chalitza becomes that much easier. And as we talked about DMO, they need to be making plays off of the 4-man units because Chalitza is just long gone at this stage. But unfortunately, they're not finding these opportunities. Shubin, top side here, Twyla on that top side as well when Dragon spawn. These are the opportunities where they could be looking for fights and trying to find something back for themselves. But giving these over to IG just gives more control to them.
They're going to make a play in the mid lane here onto Southwind, but not the ideal target, and the minion wave was blocking the Sonic Wave from Xiaopeng. So, I mean, valiant effort to try and make a play, but Southwind was not the guy they were looking for.
I don't even know if I can call that an effort. Shubin just hits the ult and then nothing follows through from it. You give Twyla a bit of time on this top side, true, but I know.
Shubin made the effort. Shubin is the golden boy. We will say nothing bad about Shubin, okay?
The 3-time MVP for DMO. But
hey, he plays Ashe. I'm a fan. Anyone that plays Ashe in the league.
Such a low bar.
I know. I'm easy to please. What can I say? It's only Twyla. Twyla's the only one that's not passed my bar so far at the LPL. It's a bit of a feels bad man for him. Actually, Mole last split. But you know who I like last split on V5? Y4. Because his finger guns.
Because of his finger guns. Just that picture alone. But
and hey, look. His pike as well was kind of hilarious.
I didn't know what was going on most of the time with those with that team, so I mean it was all just kind of hilarious.
I don't think V5 knew what was going on with that team, but hey, they've rectified. They've picked things up, and now we're going to see if DMO can rectify in the top lane.
There's a lot of members of IG here, though. I mean, look, Rookie might get caught. Okay.
Oh, there we go, Twyla. That's what I've been looking for this whole time. The relationship's back on track.
He's apologized. He's come in with a nice bounty of gold for yourself as well, but still, mid lane.
Nice little anchor from Southwind. They're going to get knockups onto both of them. Yui should go down here. One more proc of the Plasma, but the stopwatch is going to keep him safe as Ning is actually tanking the tower. Knocked up, stunned up, and will be taken down. No, flashes out to safety. It's going to be instead support for support.
And I'm liking the moves on Yui, though. That was a really good job to bait in IG. Shy, though, about to go Mega. Twyla on the side. No ult for the Cassiopeia, so they will just try and force IG back off this turret.
Shubin no mana as well, so it's difficult to try and force a fight. The Shy moves into the jungle here. You're awfully lonely right now, the Shy. You maybe need to get out of there. Doesn't quite get the perfect cone, but he's going to be all right. I love how cheeky he is. Look at him. He knows they're all here. He's going to go for the chickens.
It's like, yeah, look, I'm fine. You're not going to be able to get onto me. You've got no kick. You've got no ults. You've got no hope.
He's got Smite, though.
True.
Mega Chicken secure.
And the Sonic Wave to get another one.
Oh, it's beautiful. This is the kind of play we like. 2 out of the 7 chickens. What more can you ask for? Oh, another 6 chickens. That's what.
DMO, though, I mean, look, they're still trying to fight back. They're still trying to find ways into this game. And even when we look at Chalitza as well, he's forgone any hopes of going for a more offensive build. He's going towards that dead man's plate. So speed up for the Q to try and get on top of some of these guys and a little bit more survivability in this lane. So again, DMO are looking to try and fight back. It's just hard against IG.
Herald's going to come down in the mid lane, and this should pretty easily be one tower for IG. The question is, can they keep this one going? They managed to keep the Herald from losing its health to the tower, but ultimately there's no real follow-up. Shu being able to get the nice little auto to proc the eye while the charge goes through. And in the meantime, we've got a Blade of the Rune King Gnar in the bottom lane, so he's going to just wail away through these towers. Xiaopeng comes down finally to answer here, just try and clear out the minions, but the Shy's going to give him a hard time even doing that.
But if you start to see Xiaopeng needing to go down to this bottom lane to fill the hole that Chalitza's not able to carry right now, well, then you're just opening up IG to take control of this Baron area. You can already see they're getting the vision down, stealing away blue buffs. And when you've gotten a Zir and a Kai'Sa, you do this Baron so incredibly quickly.
Well, the Colonel's not a fan right now of DMO, and it's only getting worse as it gets to, I think that was 85.6% in favor of IG. DMO on the struggle bus, it has to be said. Chalitza will be able to at least come into the lane. I feel like this is the first minion wave he's been allowed near for a good old while now on the Volibear. But the big question is, how did DMO rectify this? Because the Colonel, all he looks at, Dagda, is just the current state of the game. He doesn't look for star power. He doesn't look for the pizzazz that we see in the LPL. What is it DMO can pull off here? What's the miraculous play to get him back in?
We can see them trying to get some of those plays back, right? They're starting to get these picks going where you got the Ashe ult, where you got Twilight and Xiaopeng hovering in the wings to see if you can get that stun onto Rookie. These are the kind of plays they need to make to find man advantages and try and relieve some of the pressure that Chalitza's under in the bottom lane. Because otherwise the Shy will just continue to take these turrets. He's totally fine to stay down there this whole time.
He certainly is, and you can see him exactly there. He's going to be stunned up, exhausted currently, but his Gnar is stacking pretty quick. He's going to be slowed by the GLP, but as he's about to turn Mega, they decide that's not the fight they want anymore. IG, in the meantime, secure another Cloud Drake for themselves, and this is feeling a little bit like clockwork for IG.
Twilight's going to attempt 2, but will be spotted out there.
Yeah, have a boulder. Well, we've got an arrow coming on through, but Rookie keeps himself safe. Kicked away by Xiaopeng. In goes Chalitza to finish it off. You got a bear on your face, and he's taken on down Ning, though. Will burrow himself out of here. Chalitza is going huge in the fight. And maybe they've opened up a Baron.
They potentially could have. The Shy will keep pushing in this bottom lane, though. So if Puff and Southwind can try and keep them at bay, potential for the Shy to keep pushing here. But they don't want to do that. Instead, moving the Shy up, they want to try and fight because there's no jungler.
There is no jungler on either side, though. So there's plenty of potential for shenanigans here because IG are moving on through.
Twilight's redemption arc is here, though. He has flash, he has ult. He can try and turn this fight in favor of DMO.
Let's go, Twilight. Let's see what he's got up his sleeves. Goes for the ult, but it's only going to hit onto the support. Puff goes into the backline. They've got to shut down this AD carry. The Shy is about to turn Mega as well. Only going to get a stun onto one, but Puff has gone massive as he takes down the whole squad. Stunner stepping away and finding himself the fight.
Oh, God. Twilight got cancelled after Season 2. They've given over the Baron to IG, and now IG in full command can continue this split push through the bottom side with the Shy happily as Larry after that game.
Beautifully done from IG. And it's, you know, to some extent, it's what you expect from IG. When it comes to these raw moments of sheer mechanical play, this is the team you look towards.
And I wanted to see it happen. Twilight had that moment where maybe he gets the big petrifying gaze. Maybe it works out, but it's not enough. And Rookie does go in aggressive here, and I thought maybe we get that kick, but unfortunately Xiaopeng couldn't get in a position to finish him off. Chalitza does the job though, and Chalitza, you know he's damn angry at this stage. He's like, I'm getting this done. Deadman's played on the speed up off the queue. But this here, I wanted to see Twilight just go straight for Puff. Flash over the wall, forget about the Shy, forget about Southwind. If you can finish off Puff, that's so much of this damage gone on this squad. But because Puff survives for the entirety of this, he's got so much he can work with. And eventually IG went out in that fight.
Puff played that so well. Dodging away from Twyla's ult first, dodging away from that arrow on the screen right now, then waits for the Shy to get a stun onto Chalitza. It means he can jump forward and get onto Shubin as well. Beautifully done in the fight.
Keep your eyes on Rookie. He's looking to make this big swooping play. But DMO are trying to contest on this bottom side against the Shy, so the IG will just be able to get this tower for free.
Yeah, they'll be able to walk on into that mid lane. Chalitza! Well, the Shy's about to turn Mega, but it's not quite going to happen. Twilight gets himself the kill. And that was just embarrassing for Chalitza, I'm not going to lie.
He tried.
He definitely tried.
I suppose.
After that last fight, I think he got a little bit too excited. Thought he was bigger than he was. And the Shy puts him right at his place.
And they're putting everyone on DMO in their place right now.
Shubin looking good there, though, with a nice bit of damage coming on in. Puff going for the tower dive, but Xiaopeng is here. Sonic Wave, surely. No, Southwind is taking the tower, and Xiaopeng can't do anything about it. In goes Ning. And IG have found their advantages. They've found their lead, and they're just going to tear DMO apart.
Chalitza has bomb, but you're still looking at 30 seconds for anyone else on DMO. IG can just look to close this game out unless the miracle play comes.
In goes Rookie to knock them all back. Twyla's got to make something happen, but he's already gone down. There we have it. IG, they've torn DMO asunder. In comes the Shy for a little bit of glory on the final moments here. And IG, they lose game number 1, but ultimately, they always come back, and they always find the win.
IG will manage to take game number 3 against DMO in a very convincing fashion. And although that early game didn't quite go the way they wanted, when we got to those later portions,